Hello, Kevin.
Yeah,
you need to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think this will never change. To be honest, I will always be surprised by starting.
This time, I don't know if you noticed, but this time I waited for the intro music to cut off very nicely.
That's why this time it surprised me.
Hey everyone, we are live. This is live dev session by Callstack, by Łukasz, meaning me, and by Kevin, who is here.
Exactly, I'm on the right side.
Actually,
hello.
I should point to this side.
Yeah, and I should. Oh, here.
Yes.
Hello. Good to have you here.
This.
Good to have you back, actually.
Hi.
It's so cool to start the stream and instantly see familiar faces. That's very encouraging and very cool.
Yeah.
Right. I completely forgot I was supposed to also be able to respond to comments. God damn it.
You can do that next time. So how about we introduce ourselves?
Oh, yeah, that's a great idea.
Let's keep it professional. So my professional occupation is React Native developer at Callstack, and my unprofessional occupation is live streamer at Callstack. How about you?
So, hi, I'm Kevin. You can find me. It was supposed to be so cool. You can find me at Kewin on I guess almost everything. My professional occupation is a developer. And my unprofessional occupation is, I guess, everything, because I have ADHD that I diagnosed a couple of years back, and it explained why I basically try to learn everything and find a new hobby, basically every quarter.
Every other day.
Yeah, but I do plenty of deep dives. Then I get bored, and deep dives, and sometimes, and that's a huge benefit of ADHD. Sometimes the circle loops, and you take deep dives into things you already did deep dives some time ago, and that's a moment where all of that skills start to pile up. So, yeah, that's double-edged sword of having that silly disease. I mean, it's not disease. It's a sickness.
Disorder. It's a disorder.
Yeah.
One of the D's. It's probably disorder there. Should we start a stream with researching ADHD? ADHD.
Hyperactivity disorder, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Yeah, so disorder is right there in the name.
Although it shouldn't be named actually deficit, because it's not like I have a deficit of attention. I have the same amount of attention as everyone else. I have just problem with regulating the attention. So I have like I would even say that I have too much of an attention. I just can't keep it on one thing. So I keep like attending to everything around. So yeah, that's a fun thing. Oh no, wait. Am I right? Yes, I am right. You know what just happened?
I don't know. Are you talking about something that you are looking on the other stream and we can't see what you are looking at?
No, not on the other stream, on the other screen.
On the other screen, yeah.
Oh, yes. So let me share the screen.
Do you want to share the screen?
Yes. Let's try that. Share screen. Share screen. Just a window with that. Share. Does it work?
Oh yes, I need to let you in. Go ahead.
Let me check if
I can see the newsletter.
Oh, amazing. You can see everything I'm sharing. That's so cool.
Also,
yes.
I can see only like the browser window without seeing the browser tabs, which is amazing. How did you do that?
Instead of sharing entire screen, you just share a window.
Okay, okay.
This is like a window. In this case, it's not just a tab. It's a window browser, but actually that's quite interesting. Why above here, like you can see.
Which browser are you using?
Chrome.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so what's so amazing?
That the newsletter just dropped.
The newsletter dropped. Thank you so much, Timoteusz and Tomasz. Oh, yeah, exactly. Guys, you don't even know how much you helped us right now.
Yeah, we're like, I mean, to be honest and to be fair, we still have plenty to talk about even without the newsletter.
Yes.
There will be no newsletter. We still have a couple of topics it didn't get to last week.
Yeah.
I think they are pretty. Wait, let me check if I can even change the things on other screens and you still see it. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's should we like get right into it, or should we wait a bit for?
Let's go into it. So maybe how about this? Let's explain what happened today. So this newsletter that you were just sharing this week in React is the best newsletter in React and React Native words, and that's why we usually stream on Thursday, so that we have those like 20 hours to read it. And usually this newsletter comes out on Wednesdays, which is today, and usually it comes out sometime around 2 hours from now. So we were not expecting, not expecting this newsletter to come out like right now. But I'm gonna make a point to thank Timoteusz, who I know, and Tomasz, who I know, for making this happen for us, so we can talk about it. But next week we will be here on Thursday
and thank them on X.
Right, like right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do some interactions with live stuff.
Oh man. Wait. So I will open my private.
Tomek Zav and T-Boba. All right. Okay. I'm just gonna post. See, I'm a very bad at using Twitter. Sorry, X. I actually feel often just like a grandma.
Okay, I will post. Do you, I can post.
I'm writing. I'm right now running. I'm writing. Thank you. And I know I should be streaming now, but I didn't prepare like logged in account.
No, it's yeah.
That would be dangeroso. So thank you so much for sharing the newsletter 2 hours ahead of regular schedule.
Well, here's the thing. So when this newsletter is prepared by Sebastian, it usually goes out after 8 o'clock our time, and when it's made by guys from Software Mansion, this week Timoteusz and Tomasz, it goes out after 5. So
Okay,
last
so
week it was
So I'm not gonna say ahead of schedule. Thanks so much for sharing the newsletter so fast.
right before our live stream.
So fast, just a minute before our live stream.
And
Lifesavers.
also, I don't have it yet. I don't have it yet in my inbox, you know?
Well, that's why I
So
don't
maybe-
use email.
Yeah, so that's probably because like when you send like thousands and thousands of emails, probably you want to like stagger them. Is that a word? Stagger the
Stagger?
sending?
Oh, yeah. To not be seen as a spam.
Yeah, using stagger sends in your email marketing. Stagger send is where you batch your emails into smaller group and send them over a period of time.
Lifesaver. Okay. Oh my God, why am I like this? I wrote
Are you done?
live stream with F and lifesavers with V. Just a minute for live stream. Lifesaver. Okay. Hey, I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to spread some of that positive energy, which is so much needed nowadays. But going back to the meet.
So you send the tweet already?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna look at it. Yeah, I don't see it yet.
Well, I didn't buy the super premium whatever.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started.
Yes.
Node
so-
API support for React Native.
and
This is
look who
interesting.
did it.
This is interesting because this comes out of Callstack and community work. And surprise, surprise, I had a 3-hour live stream yesterday with Mario from Callstack and Kran from MongoDB, but like he did it in, I guess, his own time with Mario. And talking about Node API support for React Native. So if you want to like know that, go back to our stream from yesterday and watch the whole 3-hour stream. I also
Well,
made
I
a
guess we
Twitter
will
thread.
Discuss that a little bit.
No, why should we?
Oh, I don't know. Why shouldn't we?
So can you on this browser, can you open the X on like, oh, you don't have a new account, right?
I wrote in X.
Yeah, but you won't be able to look at anything
Yeah.
because like you have to sign in.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah,
do
yeah.
it. I'm gonna steal the screen sharing from you for a bit. And then I'm gonna go to x.com. I'm gonna search for me. So that's Łukasz app.
I literally hate the weather recently.
So today I said live dev session. What should we play with today? There is no this week in React. So that's a lie. And I just did the Node API focus stream yesterday. So like we did it yesterday. Today I was going to talk about Bison, for a little bit, and we still can. Bison, yeah. So yeah, like we can just talk about the newsletter first.
But it's a part of newsletter. Isn't this part of newsletter like with the crown, like the most important part, or is it sponsored part?
It's not sponsored. It doesn't look like it's sponsored, so it's not. When you go to this link, it's gonna probably like go to our website, yes. So all of those nice people actually contributed to Node API. Do you want me to give you the quick roundup of
like
what
a
it
quick
is?
summary, because I'm curious about that, and I unfortunately didn't have a chance to watch the stream.
Okay.
So
That's my notes from yesterday. So Node API, forget about React Native for now. Node API is a way of writing native code, native meaning C and C++, in Node for Node. So Node is like JavaScript without a browser, right? Like mostly server side or whatever. And Node API is this like API for writing native code.
Yeah,
which
like
gets
plenty
compiled.
Of times I had the issue because I was writing some server stuff, and I had a couple of like nice utility functions that I wanted to use, but I forgot that they are available only on Node.
Yeah. So you get this C-based API, foreign function interface to other languages, access to JS runtime, blah, blah, blah. So that's all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And then with React Native Node API, they guys from Callstack and from community, they created this library. They created this library that is using experimental is a bad word, but like forked Hermes engine that has support for Node API that was upstreamed from Windows OS, from React Native Windows. And with this, the goal of this package is to use native Node add-ons in React Native. So like it's a completely new way of writing native C++ and C code in React Native. So think about this like something like turbo modules or nitro modules, but using this standardized way of Node API modules.
Okay.
And then that's that's mostly it. So for now, let me just finish. So for now, in the packages here, you get the host library. That's the most important library that you would use, and this library allows you to interact with with Node API packages, Node API compatible packages. So you need to add this, and also you need to basically write your Node package, because none of the community, like the Node packages for desktop, work yet, because they require some work, right? But this is like a first step of like enabling this future of allowing of usage of Node add-ons, basically. So that's that.
So a question from me.
Yeah.
Would it be possible, for instance, in the future, like write React Native app and access, for instance, file system just like from the Node? Okay,
so they asked that yesterday. I have it somewhere here. No. Okay, so it's not. This is not a drop-in replacement for using Node.js packages. So not giving. So this is not giving us the file system path, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you write this in Node API, maybe you will be able to do that. But it's not that. It's not the Node standard library that is coming to React Native. It's about enabling writing native code with Node API in React Native. So imagine something like this. Like I have very extensive note about the notes. So you go to this node add-on examples, and this is basically how it looks. So you go to like hello world, right? And this is how it looks. So on the let's start with CC side. So C++ side, you have you are able now. Where is Kewin?
Yeah, apparently my connection died.
So you have this. This is how Node API native module looks like. It's written in C++, right? This one, for example. So like you write hello world. Then you have this binding, and there is two ways of writing those bindings to bind the C++ and JS. And then you have this JS class that is requiring the native function and running this.
Oh, okay.
That's basically it. That's like turbo modules, right? Or that's like nitro modules, right? So from the JS side, you are able to execute some native functionality, some native function, but it's not native in terms of Kotlin or Swift. It's native in terms of you wrote something in C++. Maybe not necessarily you wrote it, but you've imported it or something. So as long as you have, so the guys told me yesterday on the stream that for now it's not really manageable to run the add-ons for like desktop Node, because those add-ons would like reach out to other parts of Node that this doesn't have access to yet. So basically you have to like bring your own C++ implementation. Like bring your own C++ code to this. So that's how you use it for now. But like the future is, let's be able to run that extensive Node extension ecosystem.
Okay. Damn.
Basically.
Wow. Sorry, I was not expecting like this full out presentation from you.
Well, I spent 3 hours yesterday talking about this, so it's like pretty fresh knowledge for me.
Yeah, it's damn. That's a very comprehensive rundown of what happened. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was not expecting such a professional approach to that.
Do you want to look at the like implementation as well?
Let's keep it for now. Let's go first through the newsletter.
No. That's simple, right? So I go to this and I do code. I'm just gonna show you like not how it works. I don't want to like be showing you how it works, but like very quickly tell you about what it is. So this is the example app, right? So here. This is coming directly from the repository. So you have this add-on C++ code, right? And like it has the sum. It's gonna print the sum of two numbers. So like imagine like C++ function that you would like to execute. It might do some like complicated calculations, right? So you have this. Then what you need to do is to use the library to make this into an executable like binary file per each platform. So we did that yesterday. You can see it here. Like in the release folder in build, I have my library for Node for desktop, and then a bunch of different like binaries for Android, and a bunch of different binaries for Node. So this file, this C++ file, gets bundled, gets built into binary, and then it gets consumed by this example app. And when you look at the implementation, it is calling the sum function, which is coming directly from Node API example lib. and
It's
I
not-
have it
it's
imported
not-
here.
It's not injecting all of the runtimes, right? It selects the one it needs.
What I'm like, I don't know if you are asking the correct question with the
Okay.
runtime here. This is build binary that it's able to run.
Yeah, that's what I mean by the runtime. So it's not
Yes.
injecting all of those binaries. It selects the one it will be able
Yeah.
to run on the correct.
On the correct architecture of your processor.
Okay.
Yeah. So you import this, like Node API library, like Node API host package, and then Node API library here. That's basically it. So like you were able to do it now, like they made it happen. But in order to make it happen, you have to do quite a lot of change in your project, like to use this external Hermes instance, build it from scratch. Yeah, if you want to know no more, watch the stream from yesterday. It's 3 hours long.
It gives you access to all C++ functions, or there are some limitations?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, for instance, can I use, like the utilities library from C++?
I guess so.
Damn, that sounds quite...
Because it's not, like this C++ code is compiled ahead of time, right? Like in your native application, your React Native application has no idea if this binary was built with C, C++, or maybe with, I don't know, Zig or Rust.
Yeah, I get that, but it still depends on the thing that will be your runtime once the binary will be picked up. Because I assume. Anyway, I'm not gonna like throw you a bunch of questions that you might not know. I'm gonna first maybe watch the yesterday's stream, and then we can discuss that like tomorrow or not on the stream, like privately, because I'm quite curious about that, but I don't want to like derail whole stream today.
So first of all, thank you, Tymoteusz and Tomasz, for making this the biggest, and I guess this is the biggest announcement from React Native last week. Like we announced this on Thursday, right after the previous This Week in React went out. So yeah. Should we move on?
Yes, let's.
So, introducing React Native Wallet. This is new for me. This is a new library created by Expensify and Software Mansion. I know Expensify. I know Software Mansion.
Software Mansion.
Yeah.
Yes, I know both.
Both of those companies are like really present in React Native, and Software Mansion obviously. But Expensify, for those who don't know on this stream, what Expensify is a big startup from US handling like payments and expenses.
Handling financial related stuff.
Financial related stuff. And famously, they build their app, Expensify app, in open source. So you can actually go to Expensify GitHub and actually look at the implementation of this, which is crazy for me.
Yeah.
Like this is one of this is I think the biggest app that I'm aware of that is actually built in public by Expensify, by Expensify partners, but also by community. Like I think they have a program for like bug hunting and for like just improvements. So code of conduct, testing,
But wait,
blah blah blah.
You mean biggest app or biggest like mobile app.
Oh, because there is Linux, right? And Linux is also built in public.
Oh, I actually meant Blender.
Blender, yeah, and there's OBS and stuff like that. So I
OBS
was
is
talking
also
about
public?
React Native. Honestly,
And-
like
I mean, anyways, it's a huge. I don't know. It's impressive. It's just super impressive to be able to organize everything in a way to continue the development, and it's.
but if you look at this, so like Blender and OBS and Linux are not those are products, right? But
Mhm.
like Expensify is its own business and it's about finances. So it's
Okay.
it's not as straightforward for me to think that this kind of application will be built in public.
Fair enough. Yeah, because like Blender, it's a foundation. It's being sponsored by like pretty big players like Microsoft, by who are the folks behind the Fortnite.
I don't know.
I mean, still big companies, right? So they are
Epic
not-
Games.
yeah, Epic Games. They are non-profit and they just like get money from all of the supporters. But if like I can't, it would be kind of amazing if, for instance, something like Photoshop would be open source and they like, yeah, give us your skills and improve everything. But wait, Expensify is also like it's not a product in terms of you need to buy the app. It's still an app.
Well, but it is a product that like you can handle transactions in. Look, they
yeah.
even have the same color, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
really easy to click on the ad. So this is the fastest way to do your expenses. All inclusive, manage expenses, book travel, reimburse employees. And then you sign on to this. And then features, blah, blah, blah. So where's this the payment? What is for? Blah, blah, blah. How much does it is completely free to use as an individual. For
Nice.
companies, plans start at $5 per member, but you can offset that cost with cash back from Expensify card.
Nice.
I think it started as an expense tracker for like business trips, and it just grew. They have chats there. At one point we used Expensify app for like as an official React Native EU application like 2 years ago
Yeah, I remember.
for chats. Yeah. Okay, going back to this. So there is something called React Native Wallet. It came out 6 days ago. There is a blog post by Michał Skałka. And it says, let's face it, mobile wallets are no longer just nice to have. For users, tap to pay has become a second nature. Yes, I'm not using my plastic cards. I'm always paying with my phone everywhere.
Yeah. Like I don't even take my wallet anywhere. I also have
Yeah.
my ID on my phone, which
Yes.
is kind of terrifying because once I lose my phone, it's like it would be terrifying. I have no way to pay for it. Like no way. I don't want to spiral down. Let's not think about that.
Yeah. Me too. It's like quite scary to talk about those things on the live stream, because like you don't want phishers and hackers to know those things about you. So
Fair enough.
let's drop it.
Fair enough.
So you want to be able to add cards directly to Apple Wallet or Google Wallet. In-app provisioning allows user to easily add payment cards directly within an app. Yes. Streamlining the process. So up until now, integrating with wallet support into React Native has been far from straightforward. native SDKs, blah, 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 painful process. So that's why together with Expensify, we build React Native Wallet, a lightweight, developer-friendly React Native library designed to make adding payments cards to... Okay, so this makes sense. So this is how libraries come to life often. So software
So
development agency, it's not a payment. It's about like from this description, it sounds like just bridging the native SDKs to React Native layer, right? I'm saying just like it's something easy. Maybe it's not easy. Like in order to do that, you have to understand both native systems and then bridge them in a way that makes sense and it's unified. Yeah. It's not as straightforward, but like it's not creating something. It's not reanimated. Let's say that.
Oh yeah.
And like, so what I was saying is like this is how libraries get created often, with a product that has a particular need, meaning Expensify wants to streamline the development process. They want to like, maybe even they had it internally in the application for a while, and then Software Mansion helped them out extracting that code that was their custom app code into just a package, right? For everyone to like contribute to and all of that. So what is it, and why does it matter? Major technology. Unlike other libraries that manage general passes or tickets, React Native Wallet focuses exclusively on payment cards. Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, yeah.
You know why? I love those kind of tickets in my Apple Wallet.
I've never used it, but one of my friends is constantly like mentioning, like when he, for instance, went to Paris, and they have those like travel cards instead of tickets, and you can add those as well to the wallet. And apparently also like boarding passes. Oh, I think you even mentioned the boarding pass. I've never used it, but plenty of people try to convince me that it's super, convenient and nice and easy to use.
Yeah, but sometimes like I would get an email from some, I don't know, like ticket system, and directly in the email I would have add to Apple Wallet. So probably that functionality is just like app deep link or whatever, something like that, some kind of format that Apple has for this, and maybe it's not as hard to use. I don't know. So simplifying the process. Oh, what it is. So co-creator, and then what do we do? Add to wallet button. Okay. Yeah, I guess there will be some API for this. So then there's some requirements.
Most probably there will be some API. I guess you are right.
Well, it has to be like pretty complicated. Like you saw, you can see it here, right? Like this is very specific to cards.
Yeah. You see, I gotta admit, that's my biggest Achilles heel.
Mm-hmm.
I've never touched anything payment related in any type of app. It will be web, mobile, anything. If any task has a mention of money in it, I'm not touching it.
Well, usually always for me, you integrate with a third-party system. They usually have very good APIs like SDKs. So like Stripe, think about Stripe. It's just like on mobile side, it's just about like calling, I don't know, 5 different APIs, like 2 endpoints, blah, blah, blah. And it just works.
I know what you mean, but in the same, it's kind of the same. I think you mentioned it on one of the streams that you
Yeah,
wouldn't-
about medical.
Exactly. It's kind of similar because, like, money, health, this type of stuff. I try not to touch it because it's not the fact that I wouldn't be able to work on that. I would be. It's still technology, but the possible problems that can like result from that. No way. Like, I would. I just hate that. I also hate the DevOpsing. It stresses me out.
DevOps is nice. I worked on the DevOps side of things for the past few months, and like it's good to know those kind of things. Like it allows your team to move much faster if you know what you're doing.
It's in my eyes, it's very needed and required skill in your team, but I just hate it. Like, you can give me the most hardcore code base ever seen without any tests and say refactor that, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna feel probably quite kind of comfortable with that. But show me a dashboard with a button saying enable. After clicking that, it says, "Oh, are you sure it might generate additional costs?" No, thank you. Like, I'm gonna pass on that. No, I'm not clicking anything that can generate additional costs for the company. I'm just. I think I've watched and listened to too many podcasts and too many like horror stories, technology related.
I know what you're saying, and like this diagrams that they show here. This is a workflow for Android, and this is workflow for Apple. It's always like that with like authentication systems with like money systems. Like you have like multiple backs and forths between like servers and clients and servers and clients.
All that you care about is start and end, right? That's all that you handle.
Well, not really, right? Like for Android, they actually like specify, okay, so you send this somewhere and you send this somewhere else and then you get something back, blah, 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 you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but like, I guess I know what it is now.
I would say that's another hill. Goddamn,
Achilles heel?
No, another hill. Hill.
The hill as a small mountain.
Yeah, that's another hill we conquered as a React Native community. Another API connected, another API available for us to use, which is dope, which is always needed and nice to see. So that's great. Continuing.
Let's continue.
I feel like we've seen post hog in the previews as well.
But what is it? How to set up React Native service? Post hog. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's one of those
observability?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, honestly, whenever I see these types of services, in the same time, I know they are most probably very needed, but I've never reached with any of my like apps a level where I would need to check the prospects funneling and investigate like possible prospect. Like that's no, and I don't know. I'm not a very business person. Yeah, like Google Analytics, but better.
Yeah, so like I actually integrated Datadog for that work that I did when I said on the pipeline side, on the DevOps side. So we were actually like doing the DevOps, but also like doing client instrumentation.
I was doing the Datadog.
Yeah, so I guess post hoc would be like similar to Google Analytics, Datadog, Embrace, and all of those other observability things.
So I assume that what they are mentioning now is that you can use post hog in.
Well, they say how to set up React Native service. So the React Native SDK was available. They probably just added, and not that recently as well. This is from April 9th. So let's not talk about one new functionality of some tool that added support for React Native.
Yeah.
This is not about migrating the product to React Native. This is just about we have one of our many features. Here is a blog post how to integrate it into React Native.
Yeah, it's just like like updates from Tesla.
Yeah, basically.
And now you can turn left, but like harder, faster.
So I'm not sure what this icon means, but maybe this is like a sponsored.
Yeah, I don't. Or
Post.
money related. Like
Well,
revenue.
how is
I
post hoc
knew
money
it.
related?
I knew it on previous week. I've seen post hog, but it was on. Oh yeah, look at the top right side. It has the sponsor with the monies.
Yeah, and then
Okay,
is post hoc here.
so we just spent quite a bit of time talking about the sponsor, which is okay. I
Yeah,
guess.
and then here, like the first link is sponsored, probably, which is good. I mean, like, it's good that companies are sponsoring this
Of course.
this newsletter. We are sponsoring this newsletter as Callstack.
Oh, wait, sorry, I just saw a couple of next news. First, React Native Worklets. Bundle mode preview, experimental feature that makes it possible to use third-party NPM packages inside Worklets. You are not
Yeah.
able to?
So you were able to use worklets. So this worklets are coming from Reanimated.
Yeah.
It's a directive in JavaScript when you write use worklet in some
Yeah.
kind of function, meaning that function is automatically picked up by Reanimated and run on worklet on a separate thread, I want to say, but that's probably not the correct statement, but whatever. So then the news from this week is we did it. You can finally use third-party libraries in worklets with React Native worklets.
I had no idea.
I
you
don't
were
know
not
what it
able to
is,
do that.
what it means. What does it mean?
You know what? I think we would need to understand what exactly is a worklet and how exactly worklet works in order to.
So let's do this. Let's
Because
go to.
I'm gonna be straight here with you. I always used worklets for animations, and it never really even occurred to me to use any third-party libraries in a worklet, because usually worklets for me were just like animation related. So
worklet. Worklets are short-running JavaScript functions that can run on the UI thread. Reanimated uses worklets to calculate view styles and react to events on UI thread. Okay, so this is this directive worklet. And then if something is here, it's gonna be run on the UI thread. Okay, so then that's it. That's pretty much it. Worklets are closures. They can access variables declared outside of their own scope. Only variables referenced in the worklet body will be captured inside the worklet scope.
but how are they run again?
They are picked up by Reanimated and run on the UI thread.
Oh, so it's just like moving the
Execution, yeah.
execution. Yes. Hi, Helen. Good to have you here.
So then let's go back to TJ Żelawski post. And he said every package you import in your application will be available to use in worklets. We call this feature bundle mode. This is because worklets and your app now share the very same JavaScript bundle. To run it, you install React Native Worklets bundle mode preview to apply the same patches to React Native. Okay, so let's go maybe to the library React Native Worklets.
See, my biggest issue and like understanding that is that if you declare a function, because this function needs to have also access to the code, and it requires understanding how the bundlers and running the code works. So like at such a level, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I would be able to understand.
So I guess this is saying that in this example, we wouldn't be able to basically let me try to, okay, never mind. To basically like write, like use something else, right? Import this in the JS and then like run another package from here previously, and now we are able to.
Yeah,
let's watch this.
Why?
Let's watch this. I'm not sure if you will hear this. Probably not.
But there are subtitles. So.
Oh, there are subtitles. So let's spend 40 seconds understanding, okay? And then we will discuss.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay. Okay, that's quite dope.
Oh. So the third-party library in this case is...
It's a whole like web GPU.
Is this React Native Web GPU?
Mm-hmm.
So like 3JS or something.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that you can like pass different libraries, like work with Reanimated, but this like, so now you can basically, okay, that's interesting. So it's completely different thing than I thought it is.
Well, maybe it's... fuck. So basically what it says is that you can offload any kind of work to UI thread, which is, I'm not sure if this is such a big announcement, because if we do this React Native Worklets and we go to Margelo's library that was created years ago, right? This is a worklet runner for React Native that is doing exactly that.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, basically, right? Like if you look at this, this is a worklet.
Look at the bottom. Look at the bottom. Credits go to Software Mansion for introducing worklets in Reanimated.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like they introduced worklets in Reanimated. That's why, like I remember like a year ago, I was trying to install some kind of like crazy library for, I don't know, let's say crypto mining. Mm-hmm. And they would ask you to install Reanimated, even though that library has nothing to do with animations. You know why? Because they are using worklets. So I'm not really sure why, what is the... You can finally use third-party libraries in worklet. Every package you import to run this,
maybe
you
they
install...
just like expanded the I'm confused a bit. Like, I was excited and I got it, but now you mentioned about this other package. Okay, listen, there must be a reason we are like evidently missing some very crucial piece of that.
Look at this. So Mark saying, super cool, nice work team. And TJ replies, the gentle competition helps too. Meaning Mark already like did some of that kind of work.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a plan to combine the two? Seems kind of confusing. Have both and also named very differently. That's a good point.
Well, it's good news.
So I guess we are probably like missing some points around the edges here. Probably those two libraries are not like the same or compatible, but conceptually they do the same thing. Conceptually, you are able to offload your work to a worklet. I'm not sure if worklet from Margelo is running on UI thread. The JavaScript context is the runtime, blah, blah, blah. Usually there is only one JavaScript context executing, which is called the main thread. With React Native Worklets core, a separate JavaScript context can be created. Okay, so you see what Margelo is doing, they create separate JavaScript context somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then what they are doing is specifying that it should run on UI. I guess, again, like this is very similar. Because like he says, this can be useful for libraries like Reanimated, where worklets are used as style updaters to run animations on UI thread, or Vision Camera, library from Margelo, to create frame processors we run on camera thread.
So maybe they used the idea of worklets for Reanimated, and now they exposed the worklets that you can now use other libraries for that too.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay,
so
I'm confused. That's good
listen,
news, I guess.
I think previously, so like this React Native Worklets, right? This run on UI React Native Worklets. This library is not available yet. Previously, what you'd have to do is install Reanimated for that. So now they are creating a separate library that does this for you.
Okay.
I think that's basically it.
Okay. That's
so
good.
If I go to here, React Native Worklets, it was published. Oh, okay. 4 months ago was like first initial like version. And then 5 years ago, they created some alpha. But like this is fairly new, right?
Okay.
The one from Software Mansion. And it doesn't even like the repository they attached here is still Reanimated. It's still not the worklets. If you go to Margelo one, this one is created. Oh, I don't see it anymore. That's the same situation as we had last week.
Exactly the same.
Okay, so versions. If you go to Margelo one, you were able to use it 2 years ago. So I guess that's the nuance here, right? Software Mansion came up with Reanimated, created Reanimated. They created concept of worklets in Reanimated version 2. You would use that as a directive worklet. Margelo took that idea and created a separate library from it, allowing the concept to spread. And now Software Mansion from Reanimated
So
is
they
extracting
didn't, like,
this from Reanimated to basically like apply the same concept. Maybe it's a little bit different around the edges, but the concept is still the same.
So they did them just like Bethesda with Oblivion.
You just said two words that I don't know what they mean.
You know Skyrim, Oblivion, the game.
I don't know what it is. Nope.
Oh, wow. You don't know Skyrim? Skyrim.
No.
Wow. So, anyways, there was a situation. There was a game called Oblivion, and then they released a new game, Skyrim, and a bunch of fans tried to migrate the game, the Oblivion, onto the Skyrim engine. And they worked on that for like 5 years or even more. I don't know how much, like a lot of time.
Mm-hmm.
And right as they were near the release time, the creator of Skyrim and Oblivion, they released the Oblivion remake, basically, before they released their like fan version. Like they are trying to spin it in a way that, oh, we can coexist. It's so cool that we have now two versions, but it's I would be devastated. So, and I guess that's a similar situation where Margelo took a thing that interested him outside, exposed it, and now they like kind of ingested it back to their own like ecosystem. I mean, it makes sense. But yeah, let's see how it will go.
Well, the use cases for the worklets, I'm not sure if you would. You probably would use that like in your day-to-day sometimes.
Wait, sorry. What's happening here?
What's going on?
I clicked somewhere by accident and Siri started listening to me, and when Siri listens, I didn't hear you.
Okay. Oh yeah, because this integration with Mac and iPhone, right?
No, I clicked. I wanted to open a tab and I clicked the Siri icon.
Okay. So that's that. I will definitely like post about this, asking Mark and Software Mansion like what are the differences between the two.
Yeah, update me about that. I'm curious.
Oh, you will help me create the Twitter thread after the live stream.
Even better.
So, legend list. We had a question about so like those are tweets.
We had a question about legend state.
About legend list as well.
Okay, maybe, but I remember that it was legend list, legend
so
state.
From Jay, coming soon, a big rewrite. Jay, I feel like you are rewriting your libraries every other day. Honestly. Coming soon, a big rewrite of legend list that is much simpler internally, improves performance, makes initial scroll index and perfectly accurate, fixes many bugs, deletes code. Okay. That's cool. Thank you.
That's a pure improvement.
Yeah. I think we can
it's
move
basically news of the type, remember that thing that was super fast and cool? We made it faster and cooler.
Yeah, on my previous podcast, we had this term for this: better, faster, stronger. Like every week, you have a library announcement saying, "Oh, we've improved our library is now 10% faster, or like 10% less." Like, good for you. That's great.
Yeah.
That's great news. Probably not something that we can just sit here and discuss without really seeing the results and seeing the code. Maybe let's skip the tweets for now. Chromium block. Oh, did you hear about Google killing ChromeOS?
What is ChromeOS? What used ChromeOS?
Let me Google killing Chromecast? Okay, let me look at our Slack because I know that someone posted it on our Slack. So development links.
And in the meanwhile, because it's bothering me, Helen asked about React.js for desktop and wanting to convert it to mobile with a progressive web app. with mandatory requirement. It must work offline with caching. You recommend using PWA plus Redux as the offline cache manager. Well, it's very hard to say. I'm not a fan of progressive web apps, and a bunch of companies aren't, because they basically take a detour from their ecosystem, which is like annoying for them. So unfortunately, I have no big knowledge about web apps. I just know that if I would have a application made with React anyways, I would go for React Native most probably. As I say, progressive web app it's basically still a website that is being run by a web browser, but on the phone. So it's being cached and like works offline thanks to the browser caching, if I remember got correctly. And Redux, Redux is just state management. I'm not sure if I'm not sure how much of the offline caching would work out of the box and how much would need to be implemented. I hope it answers the question. And now that I scratched. Oh, it doesn't? I think it kind of does.
Thanks for installing AdBlock. Yes. Did you see how many ads I had on this web page without installing AdBlock?
I didn't.
Okay, never mind.
But Ryan says I need to just index DB. Yeah, because caching would need to be done like by you, and Redux is not really. Unless they introduce I didn't use Redux for a long time.
Well, there is a persistent state in Redux, right?
There is. Okay.
Yeah.
I usually use Atom.
It all depends on it all depends like how much things you have to cache.
Yeah. So it will work just like a regular app, I guess. The only problem would be to make the web browser understand that this web page is cached. Although still, progressive web apps also kind of work differently, because they even allow you to put an icon on the desktop. So they take you directly to the web page. I'm not sure. I mean, everything is doable, and we are all here to learn. But if the app is in React.js, I guess that if the progressive web app will be failed attempt, there is still plenty of ways to migrate it to React Native, I guess.
So this is the news that I wanted to talk about. Google is confirming that it's combining ChromeOS and Android into a single platform. So ChromeOS was this lightweight. Well,
kind of. Wait, I would even say that Android is getting killed.
Probably not. Android is much bigger than ChromeOS.
Yeah, I know. So Android is inhaling ChromeOS.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's big news, because I didn't even know that ChromeOS existed. What uses ChromeOS?
Chromebooks.
What is a Chromebook?
Chromebooks are these small laptops that it's basically they have the suite of Google products. Okay, let's find out. So maybe here I'm gonna open Perplexity. So Chromebooks are laptops that ship with ChromeOS, Google operating system built for speed, security, and primarily web-based computing. ChromeOS. So those laptops are cheap because they don't have to be powerful, because the system is lightweight, and ChromeOS doesn't expect you to run very heavy apps on that ChromeOS.
So I would say that it's basically like like old people say, like, what would you use this laptop for? Just for browsing the web.
Yeah,
And that's
basically.
all.
So the Chrome browser is the main interface. ChromeOS originally used Ubuntu, switched to Gentoo. Open source foundation is ChromeOS, meaning like Chromium is this engine behind Chrome, basically. And then many devices have support for running Linux apps. This is typically containerized. Okay. So
Where's the crostini?
I don't know.
Crostini.
Running Linux, blah blah blah.
So basically, wait. So nothing really changes. The Chromebooks will be now shipped with Android.
Probably, yeah.
So it's a good news, I think, because it doesn't sound. What?
So like there are like different architectures of Chromebooks. So you can have the Intel chip or ARM chip or like something else. Okay, never mind. So they getting merged, basically. Back to our chat. So Helen and Ryan have a good discussion about this. So thank you guys for keeping the chat alive. Keep that going. Next one. That's another news from Callstack. On-device LLM support comes to React Native. You remember Mike was doing this last week on the stream directly. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So he even said
I would
under
like to
my
even
post
believe
today.
that I helped.
You did, yeah. I think he said today under my post that maybe React Native AI, but you have to have the latest iOS and macOS in order to do that. And then when you install the latest iOS, the first beta has significant impact on my daily use. The battery drain on MacBook is significant. iOS overheats my iPhone and drops frames. So we will not be checking that out. But what this is, we are excited to announce the preview release of React Native AI Apple, a new package that brings the power of Apple on-device foundation models to React Native ecosystem. Okay. So what this is, it's the Apple Intelligence underlying system. Then local computing, meaning privacy by default, zero latency, and offline. Makes sense. That's all like on device. Then you can basically use Apple SDKs through React Native.
I mean, that's still a very dope like package to release, because I really doubt, like looking at how AI related stuff changed through those like couple of years since they announced GPT-3. Like the interfaces didn't really change that much. It's still input output in terms of text and text. So it's really dope to have a bridge to like work with because the Apple's LLM that is being shipped with the device, it's only gonna get better. Like I really doubt that at this point in time they will decide to drop the support or go into a different direction. It's gonna get only better. So like Mike doing really really good job to like quickly make a way for people to play around with the tool, and the tool will only get better with time, because that's how like everything AI related works.
Also, like I feel that's the power of React Native ecosystem, right? Anything that happens on the native side, we are able to bridge that to React Native in 2 days.
Yeah.
Even with platforms like Vision OS, with Apple Vision OS, what's the product called? Apple Vision Pro?
Yeah, Vision. The Apple Vision.
Apple Vision. So it took Oscar few months to like bring in that whole platform to React Native, which is like just amazing.
Well, yeah, but it's him. I mean, he works fast.
Yeah.
So it would take me.
But I mean, it's
half
possible,
a
right?
year.
Oh no, for me it's gonna take 3 years.
A long time.
That's a
so
bet. Now I'm gonna lock myself in the basement and try to port another platform to React Native.
Yeah, port the ChromeOS.
Okay.
Just in time.
Okay. This is shit. There is so many news this week.
Now I understand. The little birds mean that it's a tweet.
It's a tweet, yes.
Okay.
And the box means it's a package. And then
it's a post.
the papyrus means that this is an article.
Okay.
And this means that it's a podcast.
And the camera means
and this means that it's a video.
Okay. And the money.
I actually saw this one. I actually already watched this one. Bartek, great job. Great job on this video. You are really alive. I really envy you how nice this video looks. And they are building the clone of
I'm
photos.
gonna be honest. Just give him a sword and he can be the Witcher.
Bartek, you look great.
Yeah, just strap a like two, one silver sword and one what was the other sword? Iron sword, and this is the Witcher.
So yeah, that's a video. So we deciphered the emoticons.
Yeah,
I'm proud of us.
Like once I figured out the bird. It kind of started meaning a lot because I keep forgetting that it was. Listen, that's actually quite amazing, to be honest.
What?
Because for the longest time I thought that rebranding Twitter to X is the dumbest idea ever, and look at me 2 years later forgetting that Twitter used to be a bird and they were used to call it tweets.
And how are they called now?
Expressions.
Whoa. I don't think no one is using that
yet.
Let's go on with this. So,
but how confusing it will be for people like in a couple of years.
I actually just got a notification from Twitter saying
X.
that I just paid for paid features of X.
Oh, that's sad.
Okay, let me show this to you so I'm not lying.
You think I can see anything here? Yeah, that's a notification from mBank.
That's a notification that I just paid 15 zloty for X.
15?
Well, I tried to opt out. So like Twitter is ridiculously expensive to have a paid account. It's like 40 zloty per month, which is like $10 or something.
Oh,
and
not
then
now.
I tried to opt out, meaning like cancel my subscription, and they gave me a discount for 3 months. So I stayed. Are you looking at Twitter pricing? X pricing?
Sorry, I got a bit distracted. Because like those couple of weeks, man, so tiring with the weather and everything. I'm awful. But wait.
Look how much work we did already on this live stream. Like it's 1 hour and 20 minutes already. We have 250 people. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. And
thank you and hello.
Just like say hi in the chat if you want. If you have any questions or if you have any suggestions, like what should we discuss next, just like pop out there and tell us what you need. And I'm just gonna encourage you. Tell us what you need.
What? Oh my God! It was from Rick and Morty. What was that? What was the? Oh, I'm losing my mind here. Tell me no. God dang it! What were they saying? There was like Rick and Morty planets.
This
What
is
were they
another.
saying?
This is another digression that I will not get because I don't watch Rick and Morty. Sorry, Kevin.
Are you just like when the stream ends, you just like sit on the couch and just like sit?
I like going to the gym. I like
Show me
going.
what you got. Oh, finally, sorry.
I like going to the gym. I like spending time with my wife. I like watching, like, I watch TV, meaning like Netflix and HBO and stuff like that, but probably just not Rick and Morty. Like, we probably have just different tastes, you know?
I mean, I didn't watch like entire Rick and Morty, but you know, sometimes things just like pique my interest. I check them out, and
Yeah,
and
that's cool. That's cool.
like
Let's go back to this. I'm really proud of us, how we already got through so many React Native news. Let's just move on. Let's just try to squeeze as many as possible today. I want to talk about this. React Native Enterprise Framework. This is, again, new. And what it is, upgrade templates, update React Native CLI, new looks that makes important information easier to parse. I don't know what this means. Visual. Oh, okay. No? I don't know what this is. Use color. Oh. Is this about like coloring the output of CLI?
I would guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about coloring the
I
CLI.
mean, say what you want, but I consider it's very important. Like,
yeah, the development experience, right?
yeah. Because you see, people think, I guess, that people might think that those things are not important. But then again, you hear to people who are using like Apple iOS and Android, and like people can just be amazed that, oh, yeah, you know, it's almost the same system, but the way you move the cursor with the touchpad, it's so like butter, like, you know, it's small details like that that make or break the, you know, the library, I think, because if you have two libraries that work very similar, but one of them just like presents itself better and it's easier to like interact with and doesn't.
Well, it's the same discussion that we had like last week about Vercel, right? When you said that you love Vercel.
Yeah.
And why? Because it's fucking easy to use.
Yeah.
That's all about it. Like,
even even saying that in terms of I mentioned today they hate DevOpsing, and I'm terrified of that. But for some reason, I felt very comfortable deploying a couple of my like small projects on Vercel, and like I had no, you know, it wasn't scary. It was like a couple of clicks and it worked. So yeah.
Okay, so that's that. Thank you, Michał Pierzchała, for this. And going back to our... Okay. There is another React Native Apple LLM?
Oh, your cat is angry.
Let me... Okay, can you take on the screen sharing and I will be right back. I'm gonna see what's about with this.
Sure.
And I'm gonna remove myself. You can just
see my screen sharing.
Yes, it's here.
Okay, so we were talking about...
Just pick one that you want to discuss and I will be back in 2 minutes.
Okay. Oh, so actually I would like to take a look at the TinyBase 6.4 because I didn't see that before. Persister-react-native-sqlite module, because I'm a fan of SQLite on React Native side, and overall like keeping stuff offline first and making sure that the app works even without the internet, especially without the internet. So what is actually a TinyBase? Because I think I've never... Yeah, exactly. What is a TinyBase? Reactive data store and sync engine. The one with React Native SQLite. TinyBase lets you listen to changes. So you can connect listeners to that. Bindings to React. They usually build full reactive UIs on top of TinyBase. It's database-like, consumer, enterprise, or even a game. So it's kind of like... Is it kind of like if we would be using any type of state management system, but already connected to the database? Query engine, indexing. It kind of looks like that. How have I never hear about TinyBase? Let's see, do they have any website? Because I'll try the demos, it would be interesting, and the docs, and get started, why not? The demos, Tiny Hub, Tiny Rooms, doc search, templates, demos demonstrate the absolute basics of using TinyBase, Hello World. I'm not sure if Hello World, rolling the dice, averaging rolling the dice. Oh, so it's a video. TinyBase, okay, imports, inspector. Okay, so make metrics. Okay, it seems kind of you sell. Oh, so it's like you're making listeners for ID and oh wow, that's actually kind of cool. So it's role metrics, string metrics for store, average roles. Wow, that's actually pretty cool.
What's TinyBase?
I like how you call me. Sorry. Stupid joke. So apparently TinyBase, it's an integration with SQLite that look at that piece of code and tell me it's not sexy. This.
I need to. Can you increase the font size?
Sure, I think. Let me just like zoop. Look at that. Look at that piece of code and tell me it's not sexy.
So span class you sell. Wow, I don't know what it does.
USell basically allows you to make a listener for table ID and row ID that if anything changes inside the database, you get an instant result. So basically,
you know what I don't like about this? They are calling this USell, which implies that this is a hook and they use it in the render function.
Yeah,
this is what I don't like about this.
I would agree, yes, but it kind of breaks some of the conventions, especially with like.
But overall, like the whole mechanism of listening to database changes, that's great.
Yeah, that's actually very interesting, and because. It piqued my interest here because it's TinyBase 6.4 new persister-react-native-sqlite, and I think I didn't really. Now I will be better to wait. So they added persister-react-native-sqlite. So this is persister create react-native-sqlite. Oh wow. Okay, so now you can just use the TinyBase and just like save and that's it? So that's all of your database work here?
Where the persister comes from?
From TinyBase.
No, from persister. Oh, from TinyBase. Yeah.
TinyBase persisters.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so what types of persisters do they have? That's very persisters, interfaces, persister, party kit, expo, of course. Wait, I'm mostly confused that
Why?
I didn't previously see that project.
Well, I think this is like a convenience wrapper on top of React Native SQLite. Can you open the just like the basic library, the React Native SQLite?
Sure. So I will go from TinyBase because I bet I will get to that with like a couple of clicks.
Yeah.
Creating a store. Writing. Create a store. It must be so it's get the TinyBase, but it must be working on top of something else, right?
Well, maybe
we are wrong. Maybe it's not built on top of. TinyBase. Well. FAQ. There should I use when should I not use Apple to use TinyBase in server? But it does not replace a fully fledged database. Okay. So Ryan says, so now we can use TinyBase on top of React Native SQLite storage.
so it's not a wrapper actually. So they allow us to use SQLite as one like underlying database, but probably they have their own database built in previous versions, because like you don't have to use SQL at all.
Oh,
here it seems
okay.
like
Okay, because you have a TinyBase, so it's like a database representation that works in memory, and then you can use a persister to basically dump the
write
representation into some sort of so now they used the new persister because now they are creating the database, the store is created from TinyBase, database is created from SQLite, and now they just now kiss.
Yeah, and then like React Native SQLite is not like a requirement for TinyBase library.
So
at all.
But
like in this example it is. Yeah.
It's still kind of cool because it basically allows you to. So the TinyBase is a state management system that replicates the way you interact with databases. So thanks to that, you can easily later use any type of persister that just dump the representation of your state into the database, and that's it.
Yeah, just go to the tinybase.org.
Yeah, here.
And yeah, so it's listens to changes made to any part of your data, blah, blah, blah. It's database-like. So you have the key value data, tabular data, blah, 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 and schemas. It synchronizes, meaning...
Oh, that's the sweet spot.
Yeah, meaning like you can listen to that. And then it's built for local first. So, yeah, again, everything happens on the device. And then it can work with all of those like SQLs and Postgres and like that's like underlying database architectures, but you like don't have to think about it, I guess.
That's
so you start with simple key value. You can do the tables. you can create granular listeners, you can create hooks to like single pieces of data, which is very similar to how
I think that in
React
those
query works,
I
right?
think in those examples, I think they just kind of went too far. But as you can see here, they are using those hooks properly.
Yeah. And then, okay. So this is something that we learned today. Like, I didn't know about TinyBase.
And it's like, I'm actually very intrigued now because it looks like exactly the type of wrapper that I would need. I mean, maybe not need, but that's one of my biggest issues, usual. Like, oh, how do you persist the data in between sessions? How do you focus on offline first? And there are always some sort of a problem with that. But dang, this looks like I could just take my knowledge of hooks and of, let's say, atoms and Redux, because there is also like key pairs, etc. And just like dump it into a database with one single command. It looks really dope. So
Yeah.
how it's possible I've never heard about it? I am annoyed.
So yesterday, digression here. Yesterday on the stream about Node API, I coined this term called React Native ramen, which basically means ramen. Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Focus now, because this is really deep.
I mean, I guess it allows you to, it helps you to maintain like RAM state.
No.
Okay.
React Native ramen is a concept that I coined together with Mario and Kren, meaning React Native ecosystem is like ramen. It's a big soup, and you can put everything in it. There are so many ingredients to ramen that it's nearly impossible for one person to know all of it, to like try all of the different variation of ramens. And then someone comes in and figures out, oh, I want to add chicken to my ramen. I want to add prawns to my ramen. I want to add egg to my ramen. I want to add spices, chili, whatever, right? And then this TinyBase is just like another ingredient to your React ramen soup, meaning it's impossible to know all of the ingredients out there. You have some ways of creating your own ramen that you are familiar with and that you like, but maybe sometimes you will try out this one other ingredient, you will like it, and then you will use it. So it's a way of conceptualizing the breadth of the technology.
I like it. It makes sense. I would call it React Native cluster. I'm joking.
Kevin, you know what? Like if we somehow get fired from Callstack one day, we will immediately next day we will start a new podcast, new live stream called React Native Ramen. Me and you.
That sounds cool.
That's a promise. Should we go back to the news?
I started looking through my head to like joke about promise somehow and connect it to promises from JS. It's a promise, and like let's hope we'll never have to go to resolve it. Because
let's await.
Yeah, let's await. Let for now let's void it.
Yeah.
And now, by the way, now I'm gonna give screen share back to you because
really?
Because first time in the stream history, I need to go to the toilet.
Okay.
So be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna take over this screen sharing. I will kick you out of the stream. I will be the first subscriber. Thank you. Thank you, the Code Critical. You have a nice name as well, the Code Critical. how did you came up with this? Are you doing some kind of live streams or podcasts as well? It sounds like a blog. The code, I'm gonna search it. The code critical. Okay, I can't find you. If you have anything, reach out to me. I'd love to see what you are doing with that beautiful name. Okay, going back to this. Kevin is out, so I have to take over. And now, maybe let's talk about Module Federation from Metro. So, Callstack has made a new Metro plugin for Module Federation, would help you adopt React Native apps and start using Module Federation with Metro Bundler. Actually, I saw that on one of our internal channels at Callstack. So maybe I can just quickly look at it now. And then here. Okay, I can't find it now. So let's just see what's going on here. So Module Federation Metro. This monorepo contains all the tools that you need to adapt your React Native apps and start using. Oh, okay. So I know what it is. So at Callstack, we have this project called Repack, right? And Repacked from React Native is a way for us to create mini apps, micro frontends, all of that. It allows us to use Webpack or RSpack in order to use that module federation system, that module federation architecture. And it is a drop-in made Metro replacement. And it has been like that for years. I have like 2 different podcasts that I recorded about Repack with creators of Repack. And that was the way of using Repack until now. Because now, hello Kevin back.
Hello, hello.
People from Callstack actually created module federation in Metro, in fucking Metro. So, I guess really soon we will be able to use a Repack and maybe other systems built on top of module federation in Metro, which is great. So example. Oh yeah. So in order for Repack and other micro frontends to work, you have few parts, right? You have the host application that is basically your shell. Think about this as your Expo app, right? This is your Expo app, and it contains maybe like one screen. And then on that one screen, you will have the button navigate to remote screen. And that remote screen will be fetched on demand. The JavaScript bundle for that next screen will be fetched on demand. So in here, in SRC app, we have this info, blah, 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 should load mini. It says load remote component, right? Mm-hmm. And then when it loads it, it's gonna load React suspense info. And that info is from different repository. Can you see that? So in example, yes, in example host app, we are loading a React Native component that is coming from different repository. So that's that module federation. This is a remote chunk of our bundle that we get on demand. So you are able to create mini apps, basically. You are able to create an app that hosts other applications in it.
So we are back on this state of the loop, because technology is like a loop. Always, everything always like something gets old and then it gets new and something gets improved. Because for me, I started my career when everyone was having and using monoliths. Then everyone switched to microservices and separated repositories and micro responsibilities, and then everything came back to monorepos, and now it kind of seems like we're diverging back to separate repositories, but still keeping the good part of monorepos.
It's about, well, you still can, and like the way they structured that one repository is monorepo as well. The monorepos or multi-repos have nothing to do with delivery system of the modules, of federated modules. You can store them however you like. You can like use whatever version management system that you like. The important bit is here. You have the shell application, you have the host application, and then you have those different chunks, booking, shopping, dashboard, auth, as as federated mini apps inside that super app.
Well, module federation, like overall, the federation, it's something like orchestration, actually, basically. So it means that you can, as you can see, like look at that. This is.
It says right here. Module federation simplifies setup and maintenance, allowing independent apps to be deployed separately as part of your super apps. Micro frontends can be moved to separate repositories, which enables independent teams or external contributors.
So let me now try to simplify it and like put it in my own words to see if I get it right. Let's say I have a monorepo, right? And I would like to update, like I have monorepo and I have like dashboard, and on that dashboard I have like expenses, employees, and user data. Now, if I have monorepo and I would like to update only expenses tab, I would need to still redeploy whole application because
No.
in
module federation, you wouldn't have to.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying previously. That like I'm stating first the issue and then the solution. So the issue was that I would need to redeploy whole dashboard with new version because basically the container, which is the dashboard here, will have to update the version of expenses module that it's using here. But with module federation, like my dashboard is basically pointing to that module, and it doesn't care what version it has. It will just like fetch the newest one, I guess. What's the logic behind that? Like, how does it know which version?
So it's confusing to even no. I mean, it's confusing to even put the repository structure in the mix here.
Oh, okay.
It's not about repository structure. It's nothing about monorepos versus multi-repos. Forget about that. It's about how you structure your delivery. You can deliver your whole system as one JavaScript chunk, as one product that is deployed and redeployed and redeployed as one product, or you can split your product into chunks and just redeploy one chunk of that product using module federation.
Yeah, but that's kind of what I'm saying. But because now the problem is that when you deploy a product, how is it solved that previously I would need to still redeploy my previous product to update the pointer and like the package version of some other module it's using? So how is it solved now?
So you go here. No, that's not the one. Zephyr. Zephyr Cloud. And basically like this is like a Vercel for module federation.
Okay.
So this allows you to basically deploy your federated apps easy with this like orchestration, right? So your main app is just pointing to some, let's say, I want this module. And on each refresh of that page, you will get the newest version of that module. Okay. Like, of course, there must be some logic behind it, meaning your host app needs to be compatible with that new module.
Yeah.
But on like very simple and fundamental basic stuff, you just say, when I, even in this repository, so let's go back here. In host app, I'm saying just give me the, oh fuck, what is it? Screens.
So also to like put it in other words, because a lot of those types of libraries, those types of frameworks, like here the modules federation, etc. You need to reach a certain point of your application in order to care about that.
Yes. Yeah, it's not for everyone. If you don't know if you need module federation, you probably don't need module federation.
Yeah, like it's kind. Oh, Łukasz removes everything except from me. Okay, I'm still here, but to like give an example. Oh, hi.
Yeah, sorry.
I thought you ended the stream very fast.
No.
So, like, I would assume that if you would be working on some product, let's say a web page, web app, and you are not the only person who works on that. Let's say you have you have a team of students, like you are trying to work with. You might use maybe some type of solution like that to like not dictate when, who should release what. Like everyone can just push and if you would have a page with like oh my god, I just figured out a great example for that. Oh my god, that's exactly what I needed actually. That's so dope. Because like for quite a bit of time I was thinking about I would like to have a page, like a web page that I could just use as a showcase of all of my like weird applications I wrote. And something like that could be actually useful, where I could just create a dashboard, going back to the example of a dashboard. And on that dashboard, I could have all of my apps that I deployed separately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I could just like work on one app, deploy it, and I will see the newest version on my page instantly.
Yeah. And it's not only about pages. It's also about like this, like chunks of your dashboard. So header might be one micro frontend. Your left navigation bar might be another micro frontend. And on each refresh, you will get the newest versions of those like two separate projects. So like on this example here, it's not clearly visible because this is in one repository, but bear with me. So the account component is getting loaded lazy by React, is imported from auth account screen, which is not part of this fucking project. It's another package in the same monorepo.
Okay.
So it is deployed separately from this. So I have the account screen, but the account component comes from separate project. From
Yeah, the only thing I'm confused about is like none of that code you are showing now points to a version that I would like to see.
yeah, so like the versioning is additional step, right?
So I bet that Zephyr you showed helps with that, right?
Zephyr helps you with that, but in React Native projects, the versioning is even more important because on the web, you don't have the native modules. And on the mobile, you must make sure that the host application and the lazy loaded chunk are compatible. So the lazy loaded chunk is relying on the host application to have everything it needs to run because the lazy chunks can be only JavaScript. They can reach to the underlying system for some native capabilities through JavaScript, but it needs to be provided to them through that native host app. So that's why versioning is really important here. And I'm not sure if I can, like, I wouldn't understand probably like what's going on here, but we can try anyway. So those are the packages, but where is so releasing, right? You deploy mini apps separately and you deploy host app to the stores. For package JSON, okay. Yeah, I don't want to really go into... Okay, so host app, right? So host app has this rspack config. And it has the remotes, you see? Module Federation plugin. You have the remotes. Remotes are coming from its own servers. Localhost 9000, 9001, 9002. Do you see that? So those are like separate packages. And then this is host app. It consumes them. So if I go to separate packages, I will go to, for example, booking package. The booking package will also have config saying that I also rely on some remote for auth, but it's somewhere here, it's gonna say how it's like published.
Actually, Code Critical asked a question that
Sorry. So here, you need to run this package. You need to expose this package in development mode so that it is available for that host app.
Okay.
The code critical. How do this ensure signature of that component? For example, V1 accounts has 2 props and V2 removed 1 existing. Yeah, so this like basically what you need.
Finish the question first.
How do we ensure the compatibility? How do we ensure the API compatibility between host app and components and like federated apps, mini apps?
Yeah.
Basically, you need to handle this by yourself, meaning you need to, in your product, you need to have someone that pays attention to this and set up the correct architecture for this.
Is there on the roadmap anything to make it like ensure fair, because you know I it makes sense that it would not like inform you about everything, that oh you need to keep this and that interface match, whatever. It makes sense, but does it take care of that in terms of if I would deploy something that changes that contract, that my whole app wouldn't just explode, that it would just tell me, oh, sorry, we are breaking the contract, I will not be able to deploy that.
So I don't know, but we can try to figure it out. Right.
If there is, it's perfect. Because I assume that, you know, keeping it up in dev mode, it will be a nightmare. But
oh no, like this, we've successfully deployed this into several products. Like, I'm not sure if I can mention.
let's keep away from
let's
mentioning anything.
let's try to keep it like business friendly so that no one fires me. But like, we deployed, well, again, this is the same kind of deal as this React Native wallet. This library came to being as a result of us working with some of our clients that needed this, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, so to answer another question, then I would need to deploy my dashboard which hosts these modules. Not really, because those modules are then hosted by something else, and let's call it like the dashboard in this case points to the newest version of something hosted somewhere. So of course we are like simplifying a lot. I've never worked with that product, and I've heard plenty about that, but not enough to like confidently answer any question. However, like this is the question I asked before, right? So wouldn't I need to redeploy the container in order to update all of the modules inside? But apparently,
yes, sometimes.
No. I mean, yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes you need to do that. So this is like the concept of module federation is well understood on web already, and I'm sure there are recipes for that already on the web. As far as versioning goes, there is something in this in the documentation about versioning, but like, yeah, I don't know how it works. So we can figure out, and maybe we can answer that in the Twitter thread or something.
Yeah.
Or like tomorrow we can get back to this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I think tomorrow we can like
chat with Kuba.
Yeah. Like,
who is the author of all of this?
Give some more like answers and more structured stuff.
Okay. I don't see it here. Listen, I wanted to end this at 2-hour mark today. I feel like we've done a pretty good job this week. Like we went over a bunch of different libraries. We haven't tried Bison. I'm sad about that, but I'm really glad that we were able to do as much news as we did.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I'm glad we managed to do any news, because the newsletter dropped right on time.
Yeah,
and I got confident with sharing the screen, which
cool.
is also great achievement. Yeah, I'm very happy with what we did today. Maybe today is like a little bit. I mean, honestly, I'm tired as hell. Yesterday, like, just to be sure, I took my allergy pills, and every time I take my allergy pills on the next day, I feel like zombie throughout the whole day.
Mm-hmm.
And I today I drank 1 huge energy drink and 2 coffees, and I still feel dead partially. So that's why I had a little bit less energy than usual. But I'm very happy with how many things we managed to cover. Yeah, like we are getting, our backlog gets bigger and bigger. And for all of those listening now, just remember that we are covering news, but at some point there will be a newsletter where we'll just like march through it, because everything will be like, this got better, this got better, this got better. And we'll have time to, for instance, maybe play around with TinyBase, maybe set up the Bison, maybe do anything with any type of technology, because one of the most stressful parts and one of the most exciting parts at the same time is live coding and like playing around with the code on the stream. So all of you lovely people who are listening,
I actually have the Bison running.
Yeah, we'll get to
I
that
actually prepared for having this run. So next time, listen. Thank you, Kevin, and thank you, everyone. Thank you, Code Critical and Ryan, for again spending time with us. We will do that every week. You will see us next week on Thursday. That's planned.
Back to
that's
regular
set in
schedule.
Back to regular schedule. I will play a nice outro music now, and Kevin, you can say your goodbyes through that. Okay.
Nice. Okay. Awesome.
So let's do this. I'm gonna show our beautiful faces. Thank you so much, everyone. Reach out to us on our socials that you can see on the links on the screens. I'm Łukasz Ludziński. This is Kevin Wereszczyński.
You sold my surname. Oh my god.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry for that.
No, I'm kidding.
And then I'm playing the outro music now, which is this.
Ooh,
And thank you.
nice. Yeah, so thank you, Ryan. Thank you, Code Critical. Thank you, Thien. Thank you, Helen. Thank you, Nazib. And oh, that's all. That's everyone who commented today. Anyway, but yeah, thank you.
What about
very-
me? I commented as well.
Okay, sorry. Thank you, Łukasz, as well. Thanks you all for participating. You made all of the streaming much more fun. Remember that next week we are back to the regular schedule, so be sure to join us at that time next week around 6. No, what am I saying? Sooner than that. Yeah. Also on the Twitter thread, we'll post some nice summaries for y'all with what we talked about and all of the nice links and information.
Yeah, it would be nice if you replied to my summaries. I want to know if you read them. So
yeah, just
thanks.
you know, guys, the more people are join us, the more flamed the conversation gets, the more fun all of us will have. So if it's not too big of a trouble for you, just click, reshare on those socials. Let's grow this podcast into this stream into something nice, interesting, fun for everyone. So every week we can learn, every week we can play around with code and have fun. But that's enough talk from me for today. Thanks again for watching and see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.